What is up, you sexy beast? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to all the new sexy beasts who have joined the tribe. It's so easy on YouTube to forget how significant the numbers are. Like you might go from like 4,600 to 4,700 subs and it doesn't look that different when you look at the number, but when you think about it, there's 100 new people. And we have grown significantly over the last week or two. So welcome, I appreciate you. And if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, it would honestly really help me in the channel. My goal is to be a full-time YouTuber one day. And that would really help if you would subscribe. So just go and check, make sure you are, and that would be much appreciated. CrossFit Games Open 21.1. I did it on Friday. It is now Monday. I'm just recovering. My shoulders are still not 100% ready to go again. So I'm going to try and do it tomorrow morning. Here in Australia, we have an 11 a.m. cutoff on Tuesdays. So I'm going to try and do it tomorrow morning. We have got rain scheduled all week though, and my gym is outside, as you know, at my house. I'm back from holiday, by the way, as you can tell, back in my room here. So it feels nice to be home. But yes, my gym is in the backyard. It's outside, and so if it rains, I probably can't do it out there. So I might have to go to a local CrossFit affiliate. But I am going to redo it. I think I can do it a bit better. I reckon I've got another 5 to 10 wall walks in me in those round of 21s. So I want to beat Craig and also Nate. I saw that Nate Edwardson got me by a few reps as well. So I want to beat both those boys tomorrow morning. But let's quickly talk about the wall walk standard. So many athletes are coming out saying they're going to redo it because they messed up the standard. So both feet have to be up against the wall before your hands can move. So I saw that Sean Sweeney came out saying he's going to redo it. Noah Olson said that after watching his video, he realized that unintentionally he did the same thing. And so I wonder about these open standards. Obviously, we need movement standards to all be able to do the same thing around the world. And they're really important. You need a starting point and a finishing point so we know what the range of motion is for the particular movement. But I feel like in the open sometimes, these standards, like in the past, the handstand push-up standards, are just hindering people's ability to show off their performance, show off what they're capable of, and are actually unnecessary. And I honestly think in this case with the wall walks, it's the same thing again. Why not just have a standard that dictates the range of motion? So, you know, a starting point, chest to ground, and a finishing point, which is hands touch that back line. Why throw in another little standard in there that just complicates things? I don't feel like that extra standard actually changes the movement as such. It is literally just an extra thing in there that can trip people up and cause them to have to redo this already very hard taxing workout. So anyway, that's my opinion. I think it's rubbish. I think it's unnecessary to have that little detail in there. I feel like in the open, we should have the minimum amount of standards to ensure a great movement or a full range of motion movement, but not have additional little points to meet that can complicate things and cause people to not get the score that they would have got. Especially these top athletes, they don't want to be redoing these workouts, especially the way that the open is now formatted with the 2 stages. They don't have to worry about qualifying through this first stage. 10% is massive, and so they don't have to perform to the same level than they needed to in the past. And the way you know this is by how many of these top athletes are now posting their scores. In the past of the Open, Games athletes would wait till the very last seconds before they post their score so no one else can see what their score is and then go and outdo them. You see lots of these athletes like Pat Vellner, Noah Olson, James Newbury, a bunch of these top athletes are putting out their scores, Katrin Davis-Daughter, because they just don't care because they're going to get through the first part of the Open. And then at the next level, the quarterfinals, I imagine they'll be a bit more secretive about what they got. But yeah, that's my thought. I think it's frustrating for some of these athletes and unnecessary. What do you think? Do you think that the standard for the wall walk can be simplified by simply saying chest to ground and hands on the back line? Do we need that extra little point of performance in there? Or is it just a nothing standard that shouldn't be there? What do you think? Then let's talk about Matt Fraser on the Joe Rogan podcast, the biggest podcast in the world, most viewed, most listened to podcast. I think it is unbelievable, not only for Matt, but for the sport of CrossFit to have had Matt on the Joe Rogan podcast. I think it's amazing. It should be celebrated. It should be something that people are so excited about and so happy about, especially if you're part of CrossFit staff, the CrossFit team. Someone like Dave should be very, very happy that his sport is getting so much exposure. But it's Dave Castro, you know. Instead of being excited and positive about this happening, instead he found a post from some random dude saying that Matt was not doing right by CrossFit in the interview, that he was bagging CrossFit affiliates. And so Dave just reshared this post and had a go at Matt. I listened to the podcast and Matt was just speaking his own truth. He was just being his truthful self. I think it would have been very weird and awkward if Matt was trying to actively promote CrossFit and advertise it and pump it up. It's just not who Matt is. He was just telling it from his perspective as an athlete that's come through the sport. And, he talks about affiliates that are great with amazing coaching, that are really intentional about their programming. And then he talks about gyms that are just cowboys and have really dangerous, dumb programming, and the coaches just cheerlead. And that's completely truthful. There are CrossFit gyms out there that should not be operating. They are just dangerous. And Matt actually said something very true. He said that the cream will rise to the top, and that those gyms who don't actually care about their members, don't put the effort into their programming and their systems, they won't be around for very long. And I totally agree. So I don't think he was having a go at CrossFit affiliates at all. He's never been a CrossFit affiliate owner, so he's not going to talk like one or speak like one. He's going to speak like an athlete and how he views things from an athlete's perspective, a performance perspective. And then he also mentions a comment that Dave made in one of his Instagram live videos about Matt slipping, his performance slipping. So Matt goes on to talk about this, and he says that Dave mentions this in an article, which is not true. Dave mentioned it in an Instagram live video, but the reality is Dave said that. I watched the Instagram live and he did say that. And from what I've seen from Matt, he's not someone to make up stories or lie. So I think the fact that he mentioned that it was in an article rather than in an Instagram live video, I don't think that really matters. The point is it was said. And so, of course, Dave does another post, second post, because he feels attacked, and does this massive little post about how an article is timeless, it's thoughtful, it's a thoughtful record of a position. An article suggests an official statement. The problem is that never happened. I never put out an article. I made a quick verbal opinion comment on an IG live discussion with fans. I don't have a problem with Matt or anyone talking negatively about me. I have a problem with blatant lies, as millions of people are watching Joe Rogan. Well, it wasn't a lie. You did say that, Dave. It just wasn't an article. It was an IG live, but you did say it, so it wasn't a lie. Anyway, I can imagine if you get called out on the Joe Rogan podcast, you'd be feeling pretty stink. So I can imagine Dave's feeling not that great after Matt called him out on the Joe Rogan show. But anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Is Dave being a baby, or does he have a point? Do the details like that matter? And should Matt be more careful when talking about other people? I don't know. I think it's pretty funny. I think Dave's being a baby. And then the last bit of news, a sad bit of news, before we head outside and have a look at the gym, and that is Sarah Sigmund's daughter. She ruptured her ACL during a split jerk and won't be competing in the 2021 CrossFit season. I woke up this morning, opened Instagram, and saw that post from Sarah, and my heart broke for her. I love Sarah. She's not only a great athlete to photograph and film, but she's an amazing person, and it's going to be sucky not to have her in the mix this year. But luckily, she's a champion. She's a very positive, upbeat person, and if you've read her post, it sounds like she's taking on the challenge straight away to get this thing healed and get back to training as soon as possible. So fingers crossed we'll see her back stronger than ever next year, but that is definitely sad news. Actually, one more thing before I take you outside. I got a new toy. Check this out. Look at the state of that. That right there is my brand new FPV drone. That is first person view drone. So it's like a race drone. It's extremely fast, and you get to wear these cool goggles. Oh, you get to wear these bad boys while you fly it, and you see what the drone sees through there. So rather than looking at your phone, looking through the goggles, you can get some pretty amazing, unique footage. So I look forward to chasing some CrossFit Games athletes around at some stage. Anyway, let's go look at the situation out in the gym, see how wet it is, see if I can do the workout out there or whether I have to do a plan B. Oh. Guys, I think the rain is the least of my problems. I think this little drop down here on my concrete slab, I don't think I'll fit. Oh, that's slippery. for me too. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Hey, bro.
Oh, not
I've got
you.
an idea for you.
No.
Why don't you just unbolt it and move it here instead, you know?
No.
It'll take hours. I'll do it. It'll take a couple hours. I've got a better idea. How about I move it and I'll redo the workout for you.
No, you won't.
We look the same.
You're not fit enough.
We look exactly the same, apart from
Look at your outfit.
a bit more
You're Birkenstocks.
more up with the fashion than you
You're
are.
wearing Birkenstocks, bro.
What are you talking about? Berkeys? Mate, Berkeys are legit.
Look at your shirt. Your buttons are like
Button?
not.
Yeah.
Ah.
Got to leave the buttons, the top few buttons
The
undone.
tightest pants I've seen in my life.
The tightest jeans
Yeah.
ever. Tight jeans, bro. Tight ripped jeans. Berkeys. What do you don't know what you're talking about. This is fashion.
Okay, bro.
It's 2021 fashion, baby. It's fine. You do it. You do it. Yeah, I'll do it. It's fine. I'm going for lunch. Fine. Fine. Go have your lunch. Go have your lunch. I'll do it. Oh, this could be a big job actually. I think I'm going to move the wall tomorrow. I think I'll move the wall tomorrow morning. I'll move the wall, get my fitness apparel on, and I'll redo it. You guys just promise not to tell Dave Castro that I'm doing it, okay? Well, drama queen there is he's a bit sore still, so I'm going to give it a go, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for a 21.1 redo tomorrow morning. Stay sexy, keep roaring love, and we'll see you soon. Mwah.